Alrighty, yo, what is going on, everybody? It's your boy, Mr. DDG94, back with another reaction video. Today, we finna react to how a single bottle changed the course of history. If the thumbnail lets me know the story that's about to be told here, but if y'all don't know, y'all gonna learn today. A fucking bottle, a single bottle changed the course of history. Oh boy, we in for it, bruh.
Every event is a catalyst for an infinite number of scenarios that could happen. How would history be different if this didn't happen, or this? And sometimes there's events that on the surface are innocuous everyday things, but to happen to have a butterfly effect that is so large that it changes history as we know it. For this story, the catalyst item is a single drink. Well, not just any drink. A single bottle of Hennessy that sat in New York City on the night of September 13th, 2009. This bottle's existence in the timeline altered so much of history that happened. Certain albums wouldn't exist, certain monumental cultural moments wouldn't exist, even some artists wouldn't exist.
Damn.
But to properly tell the story, we have to go back to 2008. Oh man, 2008. Breaking Bad just premiered on TV, Tom Brady just went 18-1, D-Rose just went #1, and Obama was just elected president of the United States. But most importantly, two huge artists just dropped albums. Taylor Swift just released Fearless, her second studio album, and is quickly rising in the country world, while Kanye West just released 808s and Heartbreak. For the next year, they'd get nominated for several awards at the 2009 Video Music Awards. I think you know where I'm heading here.
I'm really happy for you. I'm gonna let you finish.
But Beyonce had one of the best videos of all time.
But rewind that night to about 4 hours earlier. We find a 32-year-old Kanye West in his hotel room in downtown New York, heading down to car service, even annoyed that he had to attend this event. While on the way, he's empty-handed, until his girlfriend at the time, Amber Rose, said,
"You know what, babe? You're a f***ing rock star. You need a bottle of Henny."
This Hennessy bottle was drank all night as Kanye headed to the VMAs. You see it in almost every photo of him as he makes his way through the red carpet. As Kanye sits down at his spot in the front row of the venue, the first award is presented, Best Female Music Video.
If God didn't want me to run on stage and say Beyonce had the best video, he would have sat me in the front row. It wouldn't have made it the first award. And it wouldn't have made it so ridiculous.
Kanye's drunkenness gave him the confidence to go on stage and tell Taylor that she didn't deserve the award. But once he sobered up, he immediately felt bad.
He initially felt bad because he didn't want to take that away from Taylor. That wasn't his main objective.
I immediately knew in this situation it was wrong, and it wasn't a spectacle or just, it's actually someone's emotions, that I stepped.
Nah, my nigga stood on business. We stand on business over here. Nah, you say what you say. If you say what you say, then say what you say, my nigga. Don't take it back. Nah, niggas, stand on business. Say what you say, my nigga.
Speak your speech, nigga. Speak your speech, nigga. Speak your speech.
Beyonce had one of the best videos of all time. Let it be known, nigga.
Stepped on, and it was rude.
It's pretty reasonable to blame the drink for this happening. From this moment sparked millions of different things. I'm gonna go through them, and I'm gonna go through what would likely happen if that drink was never touched. The VMAs incident just occurred. Kanye sits with Jay-Z, Beyonce, and Amber, remorseful for what he did. But for the following year, the fallout from this moment is unprecedented. Almost immediately, it became this flashpoint for discussion on race, on sexism, on attitudes toward pop music, on mental health. And the massive reaction pretty clearly changed media as we know it. With Twitter in its infancy, the reaction was ramped because it was one of the first national events that can be on Twitter. The Kanye/Taylor Swift incident was really the first scandal that I can remember playing almost out entirely on Twitter. Kanye was then, quote, exiled from America and headed to Japan, Italy, and Hawaii by the request of Mos Def because, quote, all of America hated him, where he basically sought refuge with Virgil Abloh. Shortly after this, Kanye canceled his world tour for 808s and Heartbreaks with Lady Gaga.
Lady Gaga Kanye West tour. I was super stoked about that. That was gonna be so awesome and weird. It's gonna be so crazy. I was having dreams about it. That's how much I was excited about it.
Kanye felt a little remorseful, but he was feeling mainly angry at the world. The media storm that billed him to this villain, and how Taylor rode this wave of an innocent young girl. President Obama even got caught on a hot mic calling Kanye a, quote, ass.
The young lady seems like a perfectly nice person. She's getting her award. What's he doing?
Why would he do that?
He's a
After months of deliberation, he decided to pick up music again, but this time with a specific intention. The intention was going to be to make something so good that the world would have to accept him again. A quote, backhanded apology to the world that threw him away. He poured his entire heart into My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy, spending every day in Hawaii all around one goal, creating a masterpiece. And that's what he did. My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy achieved nearly every goal he set out to do. It told the story of a flawed man, not apologizing to the world for what he did on that stage, but showing the world that's just who he is. But this iconic album sparked many more timelines that are forever changed. Songs like Power, All the Lights, and Runaway wouldn't exist, including all the iconic features that boosted artists' careers into stardom. One being Nicki Minaj's verse on Monster. She was featured on this song before releasing her debut album, and this is arguably the reason for her instant success. Who knows where Nicki Minaj would be without this moment? Bon Iver also made a significant impact on this album, and it helped jumpstart his career. And now he coincidentally works a lot with Taylor Swift. And it didn't just boost artists who were on the album, it influenced so many young, inspiring artists. Kendrick Lamar, Tyler the Creator, The Weeknd, Frank Ocean, JPEG Mafia, and even Drake all mentioned My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy as a specific inspiration for their work.
It blew my mind, yo. So I don't think anything he does can replace that. And yeah, it changed my life.
What would all these artists' music sound like if that Hennessy bottle was never picked up? And what happens to the artists that they inspire? Half of rap, R&B, and indie would be completely different. But it doesn't start and end there. Remember when Obama called Kanye Kanye and Obama's relationship after this moment was far from friendly. Obama was in the office for 8 years and nothing in Chicago changed.
Soon as I wasn't saying the things that I was supposed to say as a rapper, our connection faded.
So it's widely believed a big reason Kanye became such a large Trump supporter and ultimately entering in the run for president himself was a reaction to Obama saying what he said. Also, the growing resentment he has towards the political party that Obama represents, ultimately leading to a huge cultural moment when he met Donald Trump in the White House. For Taylor, it had a small impact on some songs that she released after. She'd reference Kanye or the event in songs like Mean or Innocent, Innocent being a song she performed the following year at the 2010 VMAs. But their clash had its first back and forth in 2016, where Kanye referenced Taylor in the song Famous in the most Kanye West possible way. Once released, the line got heavy criticism, obviously. In response, Kanye claimed Taylor actually gave him approval for the song's lyrics, and even provided to show a video recording of the phone call. But Swift's team threatened legal action against Kanye if they ever released the footage. And one of Taylor Swift's grievances is that Kanye never asked to call her a on the phone call, yet he used it.
Oh my god, the build-up you gave it, I thought it was gonna be like that stupid dumb like, but it's not.
But on the day of the release of the music video for Famous, Kim tweeted out this tweet seemingly aimed at Taylor. The video for the song, which shows a bunch of naked celebrities including Kim, Kanye, and Taylor. Taylor said the line in this song was actually the last straw. When I heard the song, I was like, I'm done with this. Again, all of this from a bottle. Taylor responded with her album Reputation, which was essentially her villain era, which included lines like, it was so nice being friends again, there was giving you a second chance, but you stabbed me in the back while shaking my hand. I don't like your little games. Don't like your tilted stage. Pretty obviously referencing Kanye's St. Pablo tour stage design. And the next year, at the 2016 Grammys, Taylor didn't hold back on Kanye during his speech while accepting the Album of the Year.
There are going to be people along the way who will try to undercut your success or take credit for your accomplishments or your fame. But if you just focus on the work and you don't let those people sidetrack you, someday when you get where you're going, you'll look around and you will know that it was you and the people who love you.
Because of this one
Shut up, bitch.
I made that bitch famous. Let's be real, bro. Kanye made that bitch famous. Because let's be real, if Kanye doesn't do that, Taylor Swift's career probably is like mediocre right now. She doesn't blow up the way she does. She doesn't get the blow up like she does if it wasn't for Kanye and that explosive ass moment at the VMAs. If he doesn't do that, Taylor Swift doesn't become the megastar. She's just an average white girl pop singer, if we're being honest. I made that bitch famous.
drink, artists' careers have had monumental changes. Who knows, maybe Kanye would have never gotten into experimental if he wasn't forced to hit rock bottom, then win the country back. I think he kind of learned in that moment that he was uncancelable. Would Taylor Swift have stayed in her country lane, or was Kanye right that this moment catapulted her into being one of the biggest artists ever? Let's explore the multiverse and remove that bottle from that night in 2009. Kanye is heading to car service. Amber Rose just goes along with him, and Kanye is enjoying the VMAs. Kanye makes his way through the crowd at moderate levels of inebriation, empty-handed. Taylor Swift accepts her award and gives her speech uninterrupted. And overall, the 2009 VMAs are relatively forgettable. And Single Ladies actually winning Best Music Video of the Year gets the attention it deserves. A fact that Kanye ironically took the attention away from. Kanye would then go on the Fame Kills tour with Lady Gaga while preparing his next album. This tour was iconic. It includes 2 stage setups with a bridge between them both, and it would add to the list of iconic Kanye stage designs. While on this tour, Kanye would work on his next originally planned album, Good Ass Job, an album mapped out from the very beginning to be after graduation, until the death of his mother and a breakup with a longtime girlfriend caused him to change his plan. But now he's back on his original plan to finalize the 4-album run of The College Dropout, Late Registration, Graduation, and now Good Ass Job. John Legend even referenced the project on the song Graduation Day. We know now that Kanye was influenced by touring with U2 to create the aesthetics for Graduation, so it's reasonable to assume that he'd find the same inspiration by touring with Lady Gaga for the Fame Kills tour. Good Ass Job would end up being a cross between 808s and Graduation, and lean heavily on the pop genre. It features artists like Kid Cudi, John Legend, Rihanna, Katy Perry, Beyonce, and Lady Gaga. And although it's a classic and receives rave reviews, it doesn't have the staying power that My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy did in our timeline. And people love Kanye's music, but as an artist, people see him closer to how we perceive Drake right now. A great musician, but not a super genius creative. Nicki Minaj's career takes a completely different route without her monster verse. She's still seen as a really good artist, but isn't taken as seriously as she should be as a rapper. So she falls more into her Pink Friday style for more of her career. Bon Iver has his own success and is more of an underrated but respected artist. But don't get it twisted, Kanye is still Kanye, and he always was a creative risk taker, but we'd see that in a different way. Since Watch the Throne so heavily overlapped recording sessions and musical focus as My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy, Watch the Throne was tabled for the next year, and it likely would have sounded completely different, having a handful of songs as throwaways from My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy, and we possibly would have been deprived of classics like Otis and its iconic music video. And for his next project, Yeezus, I believe it would have been similar, but Kanye's rejection from the fashion industry could be arguable in part because of the public perception he had post-2009 VMAs. Maybe Kanye would have been more accepted in the fashion industry early on, causing Yeezus to not be this angry at the world album. Again, it's an important reminder that without My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy, Kanye's status as an artist and not just as a musician would not be where it is now. We saw Kanye collaborate with so many rising female pop artists throughout his career. Katy Perry in E.T., LaRue in That's My Bitch, Rihanna in a lot of stuff, Lady Gaga on their tour, Estelle, Carrie Hilson, Alicia Keys, etc., etc. I don't just think it's reasonable, I think 100% a collaboration with Taylor Swift would have happened at least once. For Taylor's career post-Hennessy removal, it was integral for her career arc. It helped morph her into a relatable figure who spoke of empowerment. Kanye was a super easy target as a villain, and Taylor was the hero. Regardless if you necessarily agree that that's true or not, the moment helped her career tremendously. It took her from the center stage of the music world to the culture world. The Kanye incident brought attention to Taylor, to an audience that did not really know her or her music, says Scott Borchetta, the president of Big Machine, the record label that put out Swift's music. And when they did check it out, they discovered that they really liked it. People like good music, but they became fans when they learned about story. And in this moment, people watched Taylor Swift's story play out in real time. This drama would have had her skip the Reputation era, and I don't think she'd be seen as this figure for empowerment. Her music would still be huge, as she was already growing at a crazy pace pre-VMAs, but I think it's more likely her career would have unfolded similar to Katy Perry or Lady Gaga. Huge success with a huge fan base, but not a cult following. The butterfly effect was so huge from this one bottle that I could go on forever about all the influences it had. When you consider the influence Kanye and Taylor Swift's career post-VMAs had on so many artists, it's really something that will go down in history as a moment that shaped everything. Maybe you believe in fate and things would have played out exactly the same, but we'll never know. And it's all in good fun anyway. Thanks for watching, and let me know if I missed anything because there's way too much to count.
Alrighty. Wait, go back, please, go back. Alrighty, man, that's
Every event
that's just gonna about do it for this one, man. Most definitely, man. Hey, Taylor Swift would have had a basic career. She would have probably still been a little megastar that she is, little superstar that she is, but it probably wouldn't have elevated the way that it would have if it wasn't for Kanye. Cause I made that bitch famous. Most definitely, man. But anyway, so that's just gonna about do it for this one, man. A Hennessy bottle created all this chaos. That's crazy, bro. Crazy how the butterfly effect works in music, bro. It'd be one little instance that somewhere down the line creates a complete fucking think about it. If Birdman never paid, if Birdman would have just paid Pharrell and the Clips for that one song, this shit right here would have never happened. Adonis probably wouldn't have a father right now. But it is what it is, though. But anyways, just go about do it for this one. I'll see y'all in the next video. Till then, peace out.